Episode 40 of the Redmont Rangers Road to Glory career mode hit on EAFC 24, and I feel like I've said it for the last several episodes in a row, but it is another big one. It's a battle between two of the clubs in the pursuing pack as Redmont Rangers host Blackpool in the league. I feel like we get the same news story every game, but it is true again on this occasion. Both teams looking to win. Last game was a stalemate, a draw between the two sides, but we have to eke out a win in this one, no matter the circumstances. So we're in 6th position currently, Blackpool in 5th, level on games played, but they are 2 points ahead of us. So a win here would take us 1 point ahead of them and up into 5th place in the table, potentially even up to 4th place in the table, depending on how Portsmouth do. We also do have Charlton in this episode, who are in 3rd position, but we will be simulating that game. So along with Wycombe Wanderers as well. So those will be the 3 games that we get to in this particular episode. We're going to go with a 4-4-2 against Blackpool. Jake Dale is going to run us out as captain, and Daniel Jefferson is going to be alongside him. We're starting Maya Walter on the right hand side. We're starting Oscar Duarte at left back, and we are starting Magoma and Anderson in midfield. The reason for those couple of changes is Michael Garbutt and Eli Justin both away on international duty, so we do have a couple of changes to make in the starting 11 for that reason. We're not going to hang around today. We're going to get straight into the game against Blackpool. We're in the crunch time of the season. We've got, no time to waste. Nothing else is important but these league games. So we're going to check out the match report first. They're going to play a 5-3-2 holding. Morgan is a key attacking player, and they're going to play tiki-taka apparently. 2 wins, 2 losses and a draw in their last 5 games. And really important that we get a win here against Blackpool. We are at home at Redmont Arena, so we'll have the fans behind us, and we're going to need them behind us for this game. Absolutely essential we come away with a win.
No inclination to stop. We're looking forward to the game anyway. My name is Derek Ray, and I'm joined for commentary by the former Arsenal and West Ham player Stuart Robson. And we're ready to bring you live coverage of this League One fixture. It's Rangers, and they face Blackpool.
Well, thanks, Derek, as always. The scene is set, 2 good teams, great playing surface, and a vibrant atmosphere. It has all the ingredients for a really exciting game.
Things are getting difficult now. Last season in League 2 was a bit of a breeze at times, to be honest. Not at all times, but we did win the league. We did make the final of the EFL trophy. We didn't come up against too many difficult times in Season 1. Season 2, in League 1, I feel like it's been a lot more difficult. We had a really tough start to the season, and we were kind of languishing down towards the bottom of the table. And although we are close to the top of the table now, up in 5th, we are in a playoff position. I feel like games are getting very tough now. It's very challenging to win. And although we are up in 6th, the board's expectations were that we would gain automatic promotion this season. So, according to those standards, we are below par. We are having a worse season than the board expected us to. I'm not sure we're necessarily having a worse season than I expected us to. I think the board's expectations were probably a little too lofty, to be honest. However, we do need to make sure we secure a playoff place. I thought playoffs were a reasonable objective. I thought that was where we should expect to finish. Not just hope to finish, but expect to finish. So we do need to finish the season strongly and make sure we do actually finish in a playoff place. And that's why grabbing the 3 points at home here against Blackpool is going to be so important. Bit of a cagey start to the game. Both teams just feeling each other out. Good challenge from Oscar Duarte. Can't manage to prevent it from going out for a corner, but a good tackle. Another player we brought up from the youth academy, Oscar Duarte. Get some game time here. Maya Walter, another. Good block from Josh Key. Can't keep the ball though. Can't find the out ball on the left hand side there with Ryan Lancaster. Playing on the left today rather than on the right where he usually plays. And do not give a free kick for that. That is outrageous. Good challenge from Jesse Cartwright. We have to clear though. And Jesse Cartwright just puts it out for a corner. I mean, better safe than sorry, but we really need to get rid of that ball. They play it short in the end. Blocked from Paris Magoma. Fortunate not to be called for handball there, I think. Shot from the Blackpool player over, but it's not a good sign. Found himself in too much space in the penalty area there. Josh Key does well just to ride that challenge and break. Manages to find Walter ahead of him. Not too much on ahead of him though, except a layoff to Brandon Anderson, who will shoot from range, and it's just blocked easily from the Blackpool defence. Jesse Cartwright being caught out high up the pitch there. And Oscar Duarte beat one-on-one. Ryan Lancaster back to help out, but gives the ball straight back to Blackpool. I feel like we've lost our way a little bit, just in terms of system and style of play as well. For so long we were happy playing that 5-2-3 formation. But the addition of Daniel Jebison, the desire to play a little more on the front foot, has caused us to kind of change that. I feel like we have lost our way a little bit. Don't really have an identity anymore. I think that's going to be a project for the summer. Really decide what system we want to play going forward. And make sure we've got the personnel to play that system. So we're a bit of a mishmash at the moment. We're playing these kind of 4-3-3 and 4-4-2 formations, but without players on the wing with enough pace to really make those systems tick. We could continue with the 5-2-3 formation, which has worked well for us, but then we've got Jake Dale and Daniel Jefferson both wanting to play significant minutes. And we're just trying to get the ball up to our front players too quickly. We need to be a little bit more patient in our attacks.
Very alert defending to cut off the supply. That is how to apply the pressure. They need to get tighter. Well, didn't go to plan in the end.
Great play from Jake Dale. Maya Walter needs to make the right run, and he does. Doesn't get the ball, but he does make the run that just allows Josh Key to pick the ball up on the right. He's just out-muscled there, but he does manage to hold on to it. Paris Magoma puts the ball in. Recycled by Caleb Taylor, only as far as Brandon Anderson, who's in a little bit of trouble. Oscar Duarte beats his man out wide. Jake Dale's at the near post. And the ball headed up into the air and claimed by the goalkeeper. Good challenge from Josh Key to cut that out, but somehow he loses the ball to the Blackpool player who'd given it away to him initially. He spread the ball wide, and Oscar Duarte has found himself in a 2-on-1 that he can't defend. It's a good header. It was on target, but it's from such a distance from goal that it was never really going to test Roman Hewitt too much. It's a lovely ball from Paris Magoma for Daniel Jebison to chase. He doesn't quite manage to get there before the goalkeeper. And he's lucky he doesn't get a foul called on him for leaving a late hit on the goalkeeper there. Not too much going on in the game so far, to be honest. It's been a quiet half an hour to start. This doesn't need to be a particularly good performance from Redmont Rangers. We just need a result. We need the 3 points. That's all I care about. As Jake Dale said, all we care about is the results. Team spirit doesn't matter. Even the performances at this stage of the season don't matter. We just need to grind out results. We need to put 3 points on the board. An ugly 1-0 win would be more than satisfactory. Send him off, ref. Poor challenge. Send him off. It's just going to be a yellow. I was hoping Blackpool would go down to 10 men there. That would have helped us out quite a lot. What a strike from Caleb Taylor. I thought, why not try one? He was in some space. It was a speculative effort. I thought potentially it might take a deflection as it went through. It does manage to make its way all the way through to the goal, but it flies over.
It's so hard to win back possession. This looks promising. Still passing it around with authority.
Oh, that's a really good move from the Blackpool player. Jesse Cartwright comes over and deals with it. It's the 17-year-old Jesse Cartwright that's leading the way at the moment for Redmont Rangers. It's a good save from Roman Hewitt. The header straight at him, but he did well to react. Ball's put into a similar position. Roman Hewitt comes out to claim this time. Rolls the ball out to Duarte to try and get a counter-attack started quickly. Lancaster comes away with the ball. Not sure how that's not a foul. Ryan Lancaster's tapped the ball past the Blackpool player, and he's just completely blocked him from running onto it. But the referee not interested at all in blowing his whistle. And I bet Blackpool are going to score now. And they almost do. It flashes wide. Roman Hewitt would have got nowhere near it.
Well, I just don't know, Derek. Just a real lack of composure in the end. They should be ahead now.
Coming up on half time then. Still 0-0. It's been the case in several games so far. We could have the last attack here with Maya Walter down the right hand side, but it's a poor cross. Just tried to find the run of Daniel Jebison at the near post, but probably should have been looking for Jake Dale a little deeper in the box there. Wins the ball back though. Tries to squeeze it through to Jake Dale, but can't quite find him. It was actually Paris Magoma. I thought I saw a flash of blue boots there, but apparently not. It's Ryan Lancaster that manages to win the ball back now. Redmont Rangers throw in. We might have time for one more attack if we can fashion one fairly quickly. And we can't. Ryan Lancaster unable to find the little run of Jake Dale there. Oh, and Oscar Duarte has gambled, trying to win the ball back but failing. Manages to recover, but he does put it out for a Blackpool corner, which they win. And there's a man free at the back post, completely unmarked. And in the 48th minute of the first half, with 1 minute of stoppage time, Blackpool score. Yet again we go behind in the game.
Well, let's look at this again.
Yet again it's from poor defending. Daniel Jefferson just makes no effort whatsoever to follow his man. Just walks away from him. Squeezes it in from a narrow angle, which is a good finish to be fair, but that should never be a goal that we're conceding. It should never be a goal that Blackpool are even given the opportunity to score. The referee's literally playing 3 times as much stoppage time as he said he would. And again, we're going to have to change things. We're going to have to put 2 attacker midfielders on. Because yet again, we're chasing a game.
So the second half underway and still plenty of time for Rangers to turn this game on its head. The referee felt he had to blow the whistle. He's going forward well here. Distribution. Not too much room to work with, but a long way off target.
This is really poor. I cannot believe we are 1-0 down again. I cannot believe it.
Thompson.
These last few games have been so infuriating. Last few episodes, really. Oh, it's a good effort from Jasper Shields. I don't even want to play Jasper Shields, because we're going to have to sell him. For some reason he submitted a transfer request, and so we're forced to sell him. So I barely even want to play with him, because he does feel so good to play with, and it's just going to make me even more sad when we do have to accept an offer for him. Get there, Maya Walter. He does get there. He finds Daniel Jefferson, strikes across goal. Poor shot. Not even close.
Well, the stats tell you everything. Chances have been few and far between, and they haven't tested the goalkeeper anywhere near enough. If they want to get something from this game, they're going to have to improve in the final third.
We have to get something from this game. We have to get at least a point. A loss would be absolutely disastrous. A point would be acceptable now that we are a goal down. But really, we need a win.
Just wasn't going to part with the ball. Connolly.
Oh my God, give me the ball.
Isn't going to end up being productive for them. Fine reading of the situation.
I might have to bring Samson Tavide on. I'm bringing Samson Tavide on. I'm going with a 4-3-3. Attack. I'm playing super narrow with 3 out-and-out strikers. Jefferson, Dale, and Tavide. We are going to keep Lancaster on in there, and we're going to have Duarte and Key joining the attack. Ford and Shields are just going to have to stay back, otherwise we've got absolutely no cover whatsoever.
To pick out a teammate, and that will be a throw. Will now make use of the substitute bench. Can he find the right pass?
So an interesting approach. We're playing a 4-3-3, but with 3 out-and-out strikers rather than a striker and 2 wingers. It's going to make us very narrow. That's why our fullbacks are going to have to press up and support the attacks. I think it might work well though against their system, and already we're getting players in behind, which is exactly the intention. Jake Dale again is going to chase the ball in behind. He's not going to reach this one though.
It'll be. Good piece of closing down. Lions. We're into the final half hour. Morgan.
And we just can't get the ball back. They're just walking around midfield with the ball and we just can't get it back.
Well, strong play here.
And as soon as we do win it back, we just give it straight back to Blackpool.
Albie Morgan.
Caleb Taylor just looks at the ball as the Blackpool player runs past him, doesn't bother putting a foot out.
Going to put it away. Oh, did so well to deny him.
And again, we give it straight back. We had the ball maybe for half a second there.
Just needs to
And they find space in the area and make it 2-0. What was that?
two in front.
What was that entire passage of play?
Well, as you can see, the weight of the through ball is key to this goal.
Couldn't win the ball back. They're just walking around in midfield with the ball.
But with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
Now can they make something happen?
Absolutely impossible to tackle.
Nice looking ball.
And it's going to be another disastrous result for us.
Shields. Long way out this.
What a goal.
Oh, he's only got it.
That's exactly why I don't want to sell Jasper Shields.
Unity of hit. Caught it.
Absolutely spectacular goal.
Well, just look at this strike again. He hits it so well. That's a great bit of skill. No wonder he's pleased with himself.
What a finish that is. It's completely meaningless,
On they go again. Rangers just one behind now.
but it was a great finish nonetheless.
He's in control of the situation. And he's given it away. James Husband. Marvin Ekpiteta. Husband in possession. Well, now it's Rangers' turn. Could be dangerous.
Ah, and Tavide just needed the run to
Cutting it out.
kind of curve outside rather than going straight through the middle there. We're going to have to go on. I mean, we're already very high up the pitch.
Piteta.
We're going to have to go on constant pressure though.
To press high up. You like to press whenever they can. Appear to be in two minds.
It's a great save. What a save that is.
Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay.
And when they tackle, it sticks to their foot instantly. Jake Dale trying to wriggle away from the defender there. Sticks a foot out and the ball just absolutely glued to it. Yet they can run around in midfield, like basically trolling our players, like running close to them and then taking the ball away, and we can get nowhere near it. Like, look at this. I'm basically standing on the ball and pressing tackle and I can't get it.
Great save there.
Yeah, when I try and run past them, all they do is stick out a foot and the ball is absolutely glued to it.
Danger is still there. Oh, what a clearance under pressure. Had to react and did. We're inside the final 15 minutes.
I have to say, these fans have been excellent. They still believe they're going to get back into this.
And it bounces off Jesse Cartwright straight into the path of the Blackpool player. It was an awful pass. Straight into my defender's shins, and yet it still comes off because it bounces straight off them and straight into the Blackpool player's feet. They can even tackle me from behind. And again, bounces straight off my player, straight to the feet of a Blackpool player. Jake Dale's in here, he's onside. I'm saying nothing. I'm saying absolutely nothing.
Well, here it is again. The ball over the top is an absolute beauty, and the finish is clinical. He just makes it look so easy, doesn't he?
Saying absolutely nothing.
So back underway, the game having been squared at 2-2. Thompson. Husband in possession. And the search goes on for a winner. Time is tight. And they'll get ready for the throw-in. Time for the change now. Not giving him any breathing room.
Good challenge from Sam Ford. Thought maybe we'd get the throw in there, but we don't.
Joseph.
Come on, Cartwright. Got to have the pace here. Really good defender from Cartwright. He's so good. He shouldn't be so good at 17 years old. That's unfair. Nah, that's never coming off. Should have been more patient there. Jake Dale's absolutely shattered out on the right hand side here. Does find Sam Ford though. Finds Jasper Shields. Oh, and Blackpool are in here. Caleb Taylor also absolutely shattered. Fortunately so is the Blackpool player. No! Linesman, you cannot flag for a free kick there. There was absolutely nothing in that challenge. Don't go in. Yeah, and that's exactly why I said nothing when we equalised. That is exactly the reason why. What a joke. What a joke.
Well, here's the replay, and it all starts off with that cross into the box, just begging for a teammate to get on the end of it, and then it's a really clever header.
Roman Hewitt beaten by a header from what, 14 yards out, 15 yards out, standing basically on his 6-yard line. He cannot play next season. He is absolute garbage.
And the ball is moving again. 3-2.
What is that?
And a loss of concentration. Supporters want to see him have a go. Ollie Norberg. Well, the counter chance looks very real. Well, it's fizzled out. Well, they're attacking, but time is the great enemy.
There's no one there.
Easily. And there it's it is, the final whistle.
I knew better than to celebrate when the equaliser went in. I absolutely knew that we wouldn't get anything out of this game.
It was a tight game with
Absolutely knew it.
but they lost concentration late on, and it's cost them the...
Absolutely pathetic. Charlton win. We've got them in the next, not in the next game, but at the end of the episode. Yeah, Jasper Shields is getting games with the first team. Does that mean you're ready to promote more young players? I mean, no, just because we're going to have to sell them as soon as we bring them up, unless we play them for 90 minutes every single game, apparently.
Thanks.
We'll just check and see if Jasper Shields has still got that transfer request in. He has, yeah, so it makes no difference. Bristol City won him for 1.9. I still want more than that. 2.25 is the minimum. I'd want a sell-on clause as well, though, to be honest. I don't understand how that's such a big gap. 1.9 is fine. 2.25. And Dorset wants to go out on loan. Like, this is unreal. You can't play all players every game. Like, unless your squad is... Oh, hello, Rory Atkinson, 1.2 million. Will Curtis, 1.1 million. Not that signing these players is going to make our squad any better. We're just going to have to sell them on. Oh, Jose Bishop as well. Got a lot of good players in this particular crop of youth scout reports. Yep, Jamie Ford wants to leave as well. Unless your squad is literally 11 players deep, it just seems like you're going to have players requesting transfers left, right and centre, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Who are the two guys we just signed? Rory Atkinson, a left midfielder, 64 overall at 15 years old, is outrageous. Still not pacey though. 0 to 3 play styles. Will Curtis, 1 to 2 play styles, 3-star, 4-star, still not pacey. But again, looks decent. Perry, I think we're just going to release. He doesn't look very good at all, to be honest. Powell also doesn't look fantastic. I think I'll leave him there for now. I can't be bothered to sort it out, to be honest. Right, we've got a game against Wickham. I thought Wickham were... This is the most important episode of the season for sure. We've just played Blackpool, who've gone up to 4th. We've now got Wickham, who are in 7th. And then we've got Charlton, who are in 3rd. This episode is going to make or break our season, I think. I'm going to go back to our trusty 5-2-3 for this one. I know we're simulating, but it's the formation that's seen us right all season. It's going to get Dorset back in the side as well. And we'll see how that fares against Wickham Wanderers. We really need a win. I feel like I say it every single episode, every single game. And we draw again. We just can't buy a win at the moment. And we dropped to 7th place. Still games in hand on the teams above us. West Brom want Dorset on loan. I don't really want to send Dorset out on loan, to be honest. I feel like we should be able to have players who, you know, are primarily on the bench and just occasionally play. I mean, you have to have those sort of players. Team needs rotating now. Bullock can come in. Duarte can come in. Duarte looked decent enough, to be fair to him, in the last game that we played. Charlton will be the last game of this episode then. Again, I say every game we need a win. And we lose 3-1. The season is absolutely going down the pan. think at this rate we're not even going to make the playoffs. Games in quick succession now as well. So again, we're going to need to rotate for this next game against Stevenage. And we find ourselves in 7th place, still with games in hand on the teams ahead of us, but falling further and further behind. So we're now 4 points ahead of Plymouth. So even with our game in hand, we can't get back into the playoffs with a single win. 2 games in hand on Portsmouth ahead of us, but they are 7 points ahead. So it's out of our hands now. We can't even win all of our games in hand and get back into it. We're going to have to rely on teams above us to slip up. So really need to try and turn things around in the next episode. How many games have we played without... Not without a win, but with only a single win. We've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games, and we've won a single game. Just a terrible run of form. We're just absolutely imploding at the wrong time. We've got a relatively easy run in though. Ipswich Town, the only decent team that we play in the last 2 episodes. So we're gonna face Stevenage, Northampton, and then Reading in the next episode. All of those are winnable games. We need to come away with 7 points but 9 points really should be the target. And then Stockport, Ipswich and Port Vale. Ipswich, even to be fair, are not going to have a lot to play for at this stage of the season. Won the league by then, so they're not going to have a lot to play for. We need, I would say, a minimum of 11 points from these last 6 games. Really, it needs to be closer to 14. And potentially it really should be maybe even 18. I mean, 6 wins from 6 is a bit too much to ask. But this should be 3 wins. And we should probably have 2 more wins there. So 15 points. Has to be 11 or 12 at minimum. 14 or 15, I think, has to be the target. So we'll get stuck into that in the next game. Stevenage not too far behind us even on 50 points. But we have to start stringing together some wins in these last couple of episodes of the season. So really, really crucial run-in. It's going to make or break our season the next couple of weeks. It might even make or break Hans Newman's Redmont Rangers career, looking at the manager rating and considering that board objective at the start of the year was to gain automatic promotion. So if we miss the playoffs, I mean, who knows what decision the board will make. So we'll see what we can do in the next episode. 3 really important games to get to. And so until that next episode, take it easy.